Hi, my name is Daniel Reifenberger, and I am the owner of Loyal Tribe. I am going to show you some essentials of email marketing strategy today. So let's get right into it. All right, so the first question that came up was, can you explain the process for auditing the business's sales funnel for email marketing effectiveness? Well, that's one of the things we do a lot. So let's hop right in. So the first thing we look at is, are they sending emails? And what we always tell people is, you will make more money sending any email than sending no email. So, and this includes both plain text emails, which are just, like this email that I have here from our company. It's very, very straightforward. It's just a text email like you would send any other person, or these well-designed HTML emails. So regardless of what emails you're sending, if you're sending either of these types of emails, you will be making more money than not sending emails. And what I always like to say too is ugly sells. So just because this plain text email is ugly and not beautifully designed and things like that, you'd be surprised how much revenue and sales and company growth can come from really well written or even just sent plain text emails. So first of all, are they sending emails? If not, start sending emails. And obviously it's better to start sending emails now while your business is small, because you're not sending it to too many people, so that you find your voice and you find your messaging and you find all of that, so that when you do get bigger, you have that nailed already and you can speak to a larger audience. So getting started now is much better than getting started when you think you have a big enough list, because it's much better to send bad emails to your friends and family to kind of find your voice and things like that than to start figuring it out once you have a larger audience. All right. So this is the next thing we look at, is just kind of the different steps in a business. So on the left here, you have your traffic sources. So this is where potential customers, clients, leads are coming from. And then they will come to the website, usually where sales are generated for us. We do e-commerce, but if it's a product sale, like a SaaS business, or it's a service business or anything, usually people come through your website. And then on the other end, you get a one-time customer. So that's kind of a basic business. So what we do at Loyal Tribe and what we try and do with email is we try and take someone who's in a basic business and move them to a good business with email and SMS systems. So what that looks like is people still come in, they hit the website, but a majority of those folks will opt in to the email list. And that means we can follow up with automated series on both pre-purchase, post-purchase, and retention to retain them as a customer. So you can see we continue to send campaign emails, and we can send SMS as well, and we get returning customers. Now, what takes it from good to mature is if we add the next step here, which is we can add the SMS as well if it's not already in there, and then we can add and ask for referrals. And the reason we want to ask for referrals is really good customers tend to know people like themselves. So if you want to multiply your good customers, ask your good customers for referrals, because they probably know people like them. And then the last part of this is, how much of this is a potential client of ours doing already, and how much of it are they not? Because the less they're doing, the more we can come in and help them increase revenue. All right. So then the next thing we want to take a look at is we want to figure out if they have figured out their market, media, message match. So this is a concept that comes from a guy named Dan Kennedy. You can look him up. He's got some great books like The Ultimate Marketing Plan and The Ultimate Sales Letter. But this is something he talks about a lot, and I think it's a very easy, valuable way, especially when you're starting your business, to take a look at it. So first of all, who are you marketing to? So who is the market? And then what types of media do they consume? So is it video? Is it written? Is it online? Is it offline? So what media would be best for you to get their attention? And then finally, what message are you putting out there to get their attention and get them to take action? So another way of putting it is I put it right here at the bottom, which is find out who your customers are, what media they consume, and what language they use with surveys. So we like to send a lot of surveys, and it's surveys in email. It can be surveys after they've made a purchase. It can be asking them a question at the end of a sales call. It can be calling them up later to ask them to participate. There's all sorts of ways you can do surveys, but asking your customers is the number one way that we see of being able to get better in your business. And in the case for us, our market is e-commerce owners. And then our media is actually private online forums and going out to live events. And then our message is, we will help automate and increase your revenue and help you make more money in the things that you're already doing well. So that's kind of very roughly what it is for us, but for you, it will be something different. So in the beginning, this will all be a hypothesis for you, but go in and do your homework, look at the market, look at the media, look at the messaging that other people are using to talk to those types of customers. And if you want to get a little advanced, you can even look at other markets that are still talking to the same customer and seeing what their messaging is as well. Because usually there you can find some sort of messaging or offer that your market hasn't seen yet and will help you stand out. Okay, so the next thing is, are people doing segmentation? So this is a perfect example where we're going to send out 3 emails, and we're going to send out on day 1, we're going to send out a promotion promoting a gray hoodie. On the second day, we're going to send out a men's red shirt. And on day 3, we're going to send out a women's black shirt promotion. Now, if you do no segmenting, I will send these 3 emails, and it will go to all 3 of these customers each time. So that means we've sent, 9 total people or 9 total emails have been received. But if we do our segmenting right, and it's not going to be perfect, but if you do your segmenting well, you can get to something like this, where day 1 will only go to the people who are likely going to buy the gray hoodie. Day 2 will only go to the people likely to buy the red shirt. And day 3 will only go to the people who are likely to buy the black shirt. So, and again, I put it here at the bottom, with targeted segmentation, you can send 3 promotions in 3 days, but each subscriber only receives the 1 email that they're interested in. So this is a way that you can send more emails, but it doesn't necessarily mean that everyone has to receive all of the emails. Okay, so we look at how well people are doing this. And so just some examples of what different segments could look like, and you can definitely take a screenshot here and use these for yourself, but are they an active buyer? So have they engaged with the emails and things like that? And then VIP buyers, how much money have they spent? So if they spend a lot of money, we definitely want to learn more about them and find new offerings for them. Very simple ones, male, female, and you can extend this to however you want. And then inactive buyer, so are they someone who's purchased in the past, but could be likely to re-engage and repurchase? And then there's new subscribers, active subscribers, inactive subscribers, and what are all the different ways that you can send them campaigns or automated emails based on these different aspects to engage them and move them towards another purchase and engage further with your brand. Then the next thing we look at is, what are some example segments based on what is called RFM. And I learned RFM from a gentleman named Brian Kurtz. He wrote a great book called Over Deliver. Highly recommend it. But the main thing here is recency, frequency, and monetary value. So how recently have they purchased, or how recently have they viewed a product, or how recently have they added something to cart? Those are all different measurements of recency. Frequency, how often have they purchased? How often have they viewed a product? And then monetary value, how much money have they invested with your business? So this is another really great way of segmenting folks to find out what their engagement with your business is. And the ultimate measure of engagement is, do they keep spending with you? So this is a bunch of different great ways to segment your business to reach out to them uniquely. And we look at, how well are people doing this?
Well, such a